Seniors, this vitamin could add 10 years to your heart's life. Which vitamins? You don't need a heart attack to have a heart problem. Sometimes your body whispers before it screams with tired legs, short breath, or that uneasy pressure in your chest when climbing stairs. You tell yourself, I'm just getting older. But what if aging isn't the cause, but the warning after 60? Your heart doesn't just slow down, it changes, quietly, silently. And unless we know how to listen, we miss the signs until it's too late. But here's the hope. Science now shows there are 5 natural nutrients that can gently protect, support, and even rejuvenate your heart. No pills with side effects. No complicated treatments. Just smart, simple choices. In this video, we'll explore each one, not only what they are, but why they matter, and how they could add years of strong, meaningful life to your future. And don't miss the final nutrient. It's the one top cardiologists take themselves. If you care about staying independent, active, and full of life in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, then this video is for you. Tap that subscribe button gently so you never miss a step in taking back your heart, your energy, and your freedom. Magnesium, the silent heart relaxer. Let's begin with a mineral that works quietly behind the scenes, yet its absence can shake the entire rhythm of your heart. Magnesium. If your heart has ever raced for no reason, or if you felt a flutter in your chest that left you anxious, magnesium may have been the missing piece. Known as the relaxation mineral, magnesium helps keep the heartbeat steady, blood vessels flexible, and blood pressure stable, all vital for a heart that has seen over 6 decades of wear and tear. Studies estimate that nearly 70% of older adults in the U.S. don't get enough magnesium. Aging bodies absorb less of it, and common medications, especially diuretics for high blood pressure, flush it out of the body. A 2018 study published in Hypertension found that people with higher magnesium levels had significantly lower risks of stroke and heart failure. The connection is clear. Without enough magnesium, your heart may struggle to relax between beats. That leads to high blood pressure, irregular rhythms, and even fatigue or insomnia, symptoms so common in aging that we often dismiss them as normal. But they're not inevitable. When seniors increase their magnesium intake, many report sleeping better, feeling calmer, and even walking longer distances without gasping for breath. It supports not just the heart, but the entire nervous system, creating a ripple effect of calm and balance throughout the body. Foods like spinach, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and black beans are great sources, but for many seniors, food alone isn't enough. That's why a well-absorbed supplement like magnesium glycinate or citrate at 300 to 400 milligrams per day can make a life-changing difference. What happens if you ignore this? Your heart works harder than it should. Blood vessels stiffen, you wake up tired, and slowly, day by day, your independence slips away. But it doesn't have to. Start here. Start simple. Because when magnesium flows freely in your bloodstream, everything from your blood pressure to your mood begins to settle, and that sets the perfect foundation for the next nutrient, which acts as your heart's sunlight and structural guardian, vitamin D3 with K2. 2. Vitamin D3 with K2, the sunlight shield for aging arteries. If magnesium is the calm that steadies your heart, then vitamin D3 with K2 is the light that keeps your arteries open and flowing. After all, a strong heart means little if the roads it pumps blood through your arteries are clogged, stiff, or damaged. As we age, our skin produces less vitamin D from sunlight. In fact, by age 70, the skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D drops by more than 60%. That's no small change. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors low in vitamin D were nearly twice as likely to develop cardiovascular disease. But here's the twist: taking vitamin D3 alone might not be enough. Without vitamin K2 to guide calcium into the bones, D3 can actually cause calcium to deposit into the arteries instead, making them harder and narrower over time. That's the last thing a senior heart needs. Think of it this way: D3 absorbs the calcium, but K2 tells it where to go. Without K2, calcium may settle in places It shouldn't like the lining of your blood vessels, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart attack, and stroke. Vitamin K2, especially in the MK7 form, activates a protein called matrix glyprotein MGP, which clears calcium from arteries and helps keep them soft and elastic. Together, D3 and K2 protect the inner lining of your arteries, improve blood flow, and reduce the risk of plaque buildup. In a 2015 study published in Thrombosis and Hemostasis, seniors who took both D3 and K2 showed significantly reduced arterial stiffness after just 12 weeks. That's a short time for a long-term payoff. Unfortunately, many seniors are low in both. D3 comes mainly from the sun and fatty fish, while K2 is found in fermented foods like natto, which are rarely part of a Western diet. That's why many cardiologists now recommend a supplement with 2,000 IU of D3 and 100 mcg of K2 MK7 daily. What happens if you miss this step? Calcium builds up silently in your arteries, narrowing your blood flow like a slow-growing traffic jam. You may not feel it until it's too late. A slight pressure in the chest, a minor stroke, a sudden spike in blood pressure that you think is just stress. But with D3 and K2 working together, you're not just protecting your heart, you're future-proofing the entire highway system that keeps it alive. And speaking of flow and protection, the next nutrient works like a natural shield for your heart fighting inflammation, reducing clot risk, and supporting brain health too. Let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids. 3 omega-3 fatty acids, the heart's natural shield. While vitamin D3 and K2 work to clear your arteries and keep your blood flowing smoothly, omega-3 fatty acids go one step further. They defend your heart at a microscopic level, calming the storm of inflammation and reducing deadly clot risks that silently threaten aging bodies. Omega-3s are essential fats that the body cannot produce on its own. Found mainly in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, these nutrients are especially powerful for seniors, whose blood vessels may already be inflamed or narrowed due to age, diet, or medications. A groundbreaking study published in Circulation revealed that older adults with higher omega-3 levels had a 35% lower risk of dying from heart disease. Another study from Harvard estimated that low omega-3 intake contributes to nearly 84,000 preventable deaths in the U.S. every year. Omega-3s reduce triglycerides, lower blood pressure, stabilize heart rhythms, and make blood less sticky, all of which help prevent strokes, heart attacks, and dangerous clots. But it's not just about numbers. Many seniors report tangible improvements when taking a quality omega-3 supplement: better focus, steadier energy, fewer palpitations, and even relief from joint pain. It's a full-body ally, not just a heart protector. The two most beneficial types of omega-3s are EPA eicosapentaenoic acid and DHA docosahexaenoic acid. EPA calms inflammation in the arteries, while DHA helps support the structure of the heart and brain. Together, they provide a multi-layered defense system that supports cardiovascular resilience. Unfortunately, the modern Western diet is often low in omega-3s and high in inflammatory omega-6s from processed oils and fried foods, creating an imbalance that fuels heart disease. That's why supplementation becomes essential, especially for seniors who may eat less fish or have absorption challenges. Most cardiologists recommend at least 1,000 year one or daily of combined EPA and DHA from a purified, third-party tested fish oil supplement. Look for one that removes mercury and other heavy metals because safety matters just as much as effectiveness. Ignoring omega-3s means letting silent inflammation simmer inside your blood vessels. That inflammation doesn't just age your heart, it ages your entire body. You might feel it as stiffness, brain fog, or low mood, but inside, it's creating the perfect storm for the next health crisis. Don't wait for a warning sign. By giving your heart the omega-3s it needs, you're not just reducing risk, you're renewing vitality, protecting your brain, and reclaiming your energy for the days ahead. And as we've talked about energy and flow, there's one nutrient left that brings it all together, the fuel source that keeps every single heart cell alive and beating. Let's uncover the powerhouse behind senior heart strength, coenzyme Q10. 4. Coenzyme Q10, the life force fuel of your aging heart. After exploring how magnesium calms, D3 and K2 protect structure, and omega-3 fights inflammation, we now reach the final piece of the heart health puzzle, the energy source that powers each heartbeat itself. Coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. CoQ10 is a naturally occurring compound found in every cell of the human body, especially in organs with high energy demands like the heart. It plays a critical role in producing ATP, the energy currency of the cell. Without enough CoQ10, your heart may still beat, but with less strength, less rhythm, and much more fatigue. Here's the problem: by the time we reach 60, our natural production of CoQ10 has already dropped by nearly 40%. That number dips even further for those taking statins, a class of cholesterol-lowering drugs prescribed to over 40 million Americans. While these drugs save lives, they also deplete CoQ10, leaving the heart without the very fuel it needs to function properly. A study published in Biofactors found that CoQ10 supplementation improved exercise capacity, lowered blood pressure, and reduced fatigue in seniors with congestive heart failure. Another double-blind study in the European Heart Journal showed that patients with moderate to severe heart failure who took 300 mg of CoQ10 daily were significantly less likely to experience major cardiac events. In real life, that translates to more energy for everyday tasks: walking, climbing stairs, even sleeping more soundly. Seniors who start supplementing CoQ10 often describe it as feeling like someone turned the lights back on inside. It doesn't just support the heart's function, it restores its spark. There are two main forms of CoQ10, ubiquinone and ubiquinol. Ubiquinol is the active, more absorbable form and especially important for seniors, whose bodies may have trouble converting ubiquinone efficiently. A typical dose ranges from 100 to 200 milliliters per day of ubiquinol, taken with food for better absorption. Neglecting CoQ10 means running a powerful engine on a drained battery. Your heart might struggle in silence, working harder to do less. You might feel winded by short walks, tired after small chores, or notice brain fog creeping in. But there is hope, because restoring this cellular fuel is both safe and simple. And what's even better, when CoQ10 is combined with the other nutrients we've covered: magnesium, D3, K2, and omega-3s, their benefits amplify each other. Blood flows more easily, vessels stay open and strong, the heartbeat becomes steady and purposeful again. Together, these five nutrients don't just support a healthy heart, they give it new life. And now that you've learned about each one, let's wrap up with a powerful reminder of what's truly at stake and what's still possible for your heart in the years ahead. 5. Beyond vitamins. Daily heart habits that make or break your future. While these five nutrients offer powerful protection, real transformation happens when they're combined with everyday habits that either support or sabotage heart health. Supplements are not magic pills, they're part of a bigger lifestyle equation. And for seniors, especially, the little things we do every day add up to big changes over time. Let's talk about movement. A 2021 study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who walked at least 30 minutes a day had a 50% lower risk of heart-related death. That's not a gym membership. That's not running a marathon. That's walking to the mailbox, around the block, or through a park with your grandkids. It's the kind of motion that lubricates your joints, improves circulation, lowers stress hormones, and keeps your heart active in the best possible way. Sleep is another forgotten pillar. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you groggy. It increases blood pressure, weakens immunity, and triggers inflammation throughout the body. Seniors who get less than 6 hours of sleep regularly have a higher risk of heart attack and stroke. Creating a sleep ritual, turning off screens an hour before bed, sipping calming tea, using a weighted blanket may sound simple, but it sends powerful signals to your heart that it's safe to rest. And what about emotional health? Chronic loneliness, now classified by the U.S. Surgeon General as a public health epidemic, can increase the risk of heart disease by nearly 30%. Why? Because isolation raises cortisol, the body's stress hormone, which damages blood vessels over time. Staying connected through community groups, family calls, church activities, or even volunteering can literally protect your heart as much as your blood pressure medication. Food choices also matter, not just what you eat, but how you eat. Rushed meals in front of the TV lead to poor digestion and emotional disconnect. Instead, slow meals with fiber-rich foods like oats, leafy greens, lentils, berries, and olive oil help stabilize blood sugar, reduce cholesterol, and feed the gut microbiome, which researchers now call the second brain of the heart. Don't forget hydration. Seniors often mistake dehydration for fatigue, dizziness, or even chest pain. Your heart needs enough water to pump blood efficiently. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups per day. More in hot weather or when taking medications that dehydrate. Add a pinch of natural sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for added electrolytes and absorption. And lastly, mindset matters. Seniors who believe they still have purpose, who wake up with a reason to move, smile, or serve live longer, healthier lives. Optimism has been linked to lower heart disease risk in dozens of peer-reviewed studies. So speak kindly to yourself. Celebrate progress. Keep learning, laughing, and growing. When you combine these lifestyle shifts with the 5 core nutrients we discussed, the results compound like interest on a long-term investment. Your energy comes back, your sleep deepens, your heart grows stronger not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually too. And that brings us to our final message, a reminder that it's never too late to make your next decade your best one yet. You've just taken a powerful step, not just by learning about vitamins and nutrients, but by choosing to care more deeply for your own heart. That choice matters, because every beat your heart gives you is a second chance to move, to laugh, to love, to live. We've explored 5 nutrients backed by science and trusted by cardiologists. Magnesium, the calm within the chaos, vitamin D3, with K2, the structural protectors, omega-3s, the peacekeepers of your blood, CoQ10, the engine that keeps it all running, and simple lifestyle habits, walking, resting well, connecting with others that bind it all together. But information without action is just noise. What will make the difference is what you do next. Maybe it's choosing salmon instead of fried chicken. Maybe it's adding a 5-minute stretch to your morning. Maybe it's taking your first CoQ10 capsule tomorrow morning. Or maybe it's just deciding that your health is worth fighting for. Because this isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. With energy, with independence, with meaning. Your heart has served you every second of your life. It's never asked for much. Now's the time to give back. So leave a comment below, share which nutrient surprised you most, or which habit you'll try first. Tap like if this helped you. Subscribe for more life-changing tips built just for seniors like you. And watch our next video where we show you what not to eat if you want to protect your heart for the next 10 years. You're not too old. You're just getting started.